All right, so another question that we get all the time is, all right, Juan, so how many inspection days do we have to give the buyer? So the short answer is typically between 7 and 10 days is a reasonable amount of time for the buyer to perform their inspection, to coordinate with an inspector, to go out to the property, do the inspection, and provide the buyer with a detailed inspection report, and for the buyer to review it and then decide whether they want to move forward with the purchase of your property or not. 7 to 10 days is pretty reasonable. Every now and then, a buyer's agent will ask for 15 days in a contract. More often than not, we would counter that request of 15 days to only give them 7 to 10 days. If the property is vacant, obviously the property would be very easily accessible. And so an inspector could pretty much go and access the property through us, of course, and do the inspection right away. If a property, for instance, is tenant occupied or owner occupied, and recently, for instance, during COVID, somebody was sick, right? They had COVID, they tested positive. Then at that point, maybe we needed to extend the inspection period to be able to allow the inspector for the buyer to enter the property, after the tenants or the occupants, were feeling better, etc. So it's a negotiable amount of time, but typically 7 to 10 days is the most reasonable. If we're selling to an investor, a very experienced investor, and the property needs a lot of work, sometimes, depending on how experienced the investor is, they may be okay saying, look, I don't need to inspect much more than what I'm seeing. I already know that it needs a brand new roof. Everything in the interior needs to be updated. And I'm assuming that the plumbing I'm going to have to replace because you already disclosed to me that it's never been done, right? So depending on your particular property, the current situation of the market, the type of buyer that we are selling to, that number might change. But the short answer again is 7 to 10 days is a reasonable amount of time. So anyway, hope you find that helpful. Let me know if you have any other questions on this subject. Otherwise, I will see you in another video.